First, go green. In your hotel room, ask them not to change your sheets and towels every day. Turn off the air conditioner, heater, and electronic gadgets when you are leaving the room. Also, stay in hotels that have recycling programs in place and abide by them. When traveling, travel with reusable like reusable water bottles, travel mags, clothes for grocery, and containers for leftovers. All the while, avoiding single-use disposables.
Number 2. Support local restaurant. After traveling to a new place, spend some time in their local restaurants and food joints. Support these small businesses as opposed to having multiple meals at the hotel in which you are staying or by ordering from food giants. Supporting local restaurants means you will be sampling locally sourced ingredients, which is an additional way of meeting new people who are enthusiastic about you are trying their traditional food. Avoid all-inclusive packages when making a booking, as it will force you to pay upfront for your accommodation, food, and activities, and will deny you the opportunity to sample local foods and tradition.
Third, buy souvenirs from local stores. When you visit a new place, be sure to support their ventures by buying some of the souvenirs. In doing so, you will be promoting the authentic artisans and their locally handcrafted items. Do not go for purchases that will end up in the trash chute, as well as souvenirs that have a larger carbon footprint. Check for local items that have some sort of value such as ceramics, art, and textiles. In doing so, you will also be injecting money to the local economy, promoting the people's work and creating more jobs for the locals.
Walk where possible. Walking is the most basic and convenient way of touring a new place, in addition to the fact that it reduces your carbon footprint. Get help from tour guides who advise on areas that are safe to walk through and do so. Additionally, some animals in the wild are rattled by heavy sounds such as those produced by motor vehicles. Therefore, leave the van at the entrance and just walk, which will not disturb these animals.
Number 5. Use organic amines. Organic products leave a lighter carbon footprint than by switching to organic. This will demonstrate a commitment to sustainability. Organic amendments can include products made of all natural ingredients and no harsh chemicals. For example, hotel toiletries containing food and fragrance can also be gained on organic source. Additionally, organizations can choose products that came in a recyclable packaging or biodegradable packaging. Incorporating sustainable strategies into how an organization operates not only makes a good impression and potential save money, it can also protect the natural and cultural attractions guests have came to see. Number 6. Conserve water and energy beyond transportation solutions. When you are on a vacation, do what you can do to conserve local water and energy resources. Turn off the lights, TV, and any other electronics when not in use. When leaving your hotel, turn off your aircon or set the thermostat a few degrees higher. Take a shower instead of a bath and keep it as short as possible. Hand wash your own clothes and hang up the Do Not Disturb sign to prevent unnecessary laundering. You can also reduce your environmental footprint by staying in a low-impact accommodation. This could either be a smaller, more basic accommodation or a high-end property that utilizes renewable energy and water energy efficient technology.
Avoid single-use plastics. One of the most common plastic items used by tourists is single-use beverage bottles. So luckily there's a simple solution. Bring your own reusable water bottle on your trip. If you're worried about the water quality in the destination you're visiting, bring a water bottle with a built-in purifier. Refillable toiletry bottles are another eco-friendly item to add to your packing list. Another easy way to reduce plastic waste is by changing your eating habits. When going to a restaurant, dine in rather than getting takeout, which typically comes with plastic bags, containers, cups, and utensils. Hit up the local street food scene but for vendors that dish up their biodegradable alternatives. Some travelers also choose to bring their own reusable container and utensils. In general, it's best to eat fresh, local foods or drinks instead of imported ones, which tend to use more packaging. Even something as simple asking the bartender to skip the straw can help trigger larger operational changes.
8. Spread awareness on sustainable and tourism and hospitality. As educated people who are fully aware of how our actions impact the environment and who understand sustainable and tourism and hospitality, it is our duty to educate others by spreading awareness on the same. We should lead by example as individuals, groups, organizations, companies, and even governments, driving up the awareness to more policymakers who can enable long-term change on a systematic level.
Number 9. Respect the practices of local people. This goes without saying, but do not enforce your practices and beliefs to these locals. When people are praying in churches, mosques, temples, or other holy sites, be discreet. Additionally, wear decent clothing when visiting this place and abide by any established dress code. Do not use vulgar language when with the locals. Maybe because they cannot understand your language and it is plain rude. Think before saying anything to them or doing anything before their presence as it might offend them. Despite how unoffensive it is to you, consult to the tour guide if it's okay to do it or say it before doing so. Above all, leave the place better than you found it.
Last, share your sustainable travel and accommodation experience. This is also in line with spreading awareness and sustainable tourism and hospitality. Share your experience with your family, friends, and those on social media. The more you talk about how you travel, the more you reinforce the importance of responsible and sustainable in tourism and hospitality. Share this experience and you will develop the same interests and responsibilities as someone else.